everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of this Let's Play episode with me as your host, Akukami. Going to be summarizing the game a little bit up until now. I did spawn here in this location as the red Terran player, while my opponent, Popy, has spawned in this location as the blue Zerg player. Now, when we last left off, I mentioned about this hatchery and about this command center that I was building, and yeah, let's start this game up again. Going to be finally building my third expansion in this location, as my opponent does already have Hive. Going to be going for Broodlords or Ultralists. Now, if we take a look at the Army tab, you will see that my opponent is significantly behind in Army, my Army being at least 1,000 minerals more than his, but with this Hive tech, he can easily go for those higher level units, those Broodlords Ultralists. There we go. As we hold on to that thought for a minute, I did scout this hatchery building here, and I tried to attack it, but my opponent was ready for it with his infestors and his roaches, and yeah, I just get destroyed in there. His units are actually what is this? Oh, level 2 carapace upgrades, as he did decide to go for that armor to make his army stronger, as I do start streaming out some more bio, oversaturated in this location as I am running out of spaces to mine from. Tried to send out some drops in this location. I think, actually no, that was from my failed push here. Deciding to attempt to drop in this location, but he does have a spine crawler and a spore crawler here, as well as reinforcing roaches. I'm going to be saturating this location. I think my opponent is aware that I am here. Yes, he does see that there is some mining going on in here. As we move back to everyone can, trying to do some more damage to this hatchery, but failing it once more. I tried to move out with a drop in here, but wasn't too successful there. Back at my base, coming out with some marauders. Now, this is something I'm experimenting with in my bio play. Going to be coming out with some marauders just to throw into the mix, as I do think that having not thinking, but I do know that marauders are good against the mass roaches, and deciding to put them back into my mix, as I do have one tank, and that's it. I actually forget about building tanks, as I was focused on building more marauders to deal with those roaches. Anyways, going to be oversaturating this location as I continue to build SCVs, as I need to remember to stop building SCVs. Yeah, going to be hello, where are you guys going? Anyways, coming out with some SCVs, as I do realize that I am probably SCV heavy, and will be trying to move out. Where are you guys going? Oh. Wow, I missed it. I completely missed this. Building a fourth command center in this location, as I do think I am way behind in economy, thinking that my opponent took this expansion, and that I was way behind, trying to catch up in terms of economy, as he does have this building mass of roaches and infestors. Did manage to drop in this location and take out one of the evolution chambers that was coming out with upgrades here, but as you can see here, Broodlords in the mix. Yes, my opponent did go for Broodlords, as I start pushing out with my Marines, which are 1-2 in upgrades. Going to be attacking this location again, as I do want to stop the mining going on in this location here. As you can see, coming out with some with his roaches and infestors, and doing massive amounts of damage to my army with that fungal growth. Oh man, getting destroyed, and it is not looking good for me at all, guys. Sending out some scouting earlies in that location. Also sending out his Broodlords to take out my command center that was in this position here. That is big. That was a big blow to me, as I do decide to just go for it, as I am thinking that since he doesn't have any forces here, he is going to be late coming in with his Broodlords if he does try to decide to defend this location. Seeing that there's nothing here, deciding to go for it, moving in with my Marines, which are now 2-2 in upgrades. Going to be streaming out more Marines, more Marauders, no tanks, and going to be coming out with some Vikings in order to deal with these Broodlords, which are slowly encroaching onto my position and onto my natural here, as I do manage to take out the gold location, and this going to be target firing down this natural here, going to be taking out this hatchery as it does go down. Going to be walking into my opponent's base as he starts moving towards my natural. Going to be taking out this small force of bio that was here, and there are no Vikings. There are 2 Vikings here, and there's nothing to support these broodlords. There's nothing absolutely to support those broodlords as I'm doing massive amounts of damage and back in my opponent's base. But he will be managing to hold this off with his roaches, as he does have 2 mining locations that are currently open, as I do start building another command center here. Going to be focused on building units as I forget to upgrade this into something. Going to be coming out with well, where's my Vikings? I have no more Vikings? Well, anyways, going to be meeting up with these Zerglings here, as they do spot that my SCVs are moving in this location. Will actually be moving to do some damage to any more of my expansions that are in that location. Going to be destroying all of these broodlords with these 2 Vikings. Wow, that was big. Going to be moving out with my SCVs, going to be engaging my opponent with his SCVs, as my opponent was able to clean up all of my forces that were here, moving my SCVs to this location to start mining once more, as I am running out of minerals. My opponent on 6,000 minerals, me on 0. Basically nothing, as I land my Vikings and start trying to do some damage to my opponent's roaches, which are now 3-0 in upgrades, as it really does not look good for me. This tank hanging out here trying to take down this destructible debris so that I can move into my opponent's base later on, but you know what, it doesn't look good at all. Not at all. Managing to come out with these 2 marauders and to actually deal with this roach force as he starts microing back, and we are basically on even footing as we take a look at the unit counting station. Only 18 roaches to my 9 marauders, 7 marines, and 1 tank. He does have 1 infestor out in play and no zerglings, surprisingly, choosing not to spend his larvae on zerglings, as I do think zerglings probably would have been the killing blow if he actually went for them. Producing more SCVs, but they're rallied to bad location, as there are no more minerals to be mined from in that location. As I brought my tank here, sieged it up, tried to go for this location, but you know what, 1 tank is just not good enough. Going to be sitting back in my base playing defensively, as I do try to rebuild my massive units, and actually, wow, not rallying my units to the front location, as my opponent is already approaching me with his roaches. My units are still 2-2 upgraded, and will be microing away in order to take care of this roach force, which is now pushing into my natural. Going to be doing some damage to my supply depots, going to be lifting up my supply, and here comes the engagement. There are more than enough marauders to take care of this roach force as I continue mining from both locations, as I do put a drop down in this location, manage to take out his mining location in here as he starts building another hatchery right at the gold. Going to be retaking that, as wow, we are both very low on units, very low on well, he has just this 1 mining location, and that's about it. I have 2 mining locations compared to his 1, and as you can probably tell right now, it is starting to look a little bit more grim for him than it is for me. Deciding to come out with the Mutalisks, which are 1-0 upgraded, as I start amassing my marauders. Going to be hitting this location, as I think I did scout out that there was a hatchery building in here. Going to stop that location from mining, as my, oh boy, stimming up, but forgetting that there are no marines in that location. Going to be instead just walking through everything and hitting my opponent's hatchery that was building here. Going to be dropping down with my medevac that was in this location and trying to do some damage to these Mutalisks. But there's my bio. Going to be coming out with my marines that can shoot upwards. You know what, if marauders could shoot upwards, I think StarCraft 2 players would, StarCraft 2 players who don't play Zerg or Protoss would probably rage, as Popy starts doing damage in this location, as I forget to put turrets in here, but I remember to put turrets in this location, as I did see that Mutalisks harass coming in, that Mutalisks cloud. Going to be killing off my SCVs that were in this location, as we take a look at the production tab. He is producing no more units. Going to be producing some more roaches, as he did manage to take out my natural expansion here. Going to be coming in with his Mutalisks, but getting shot at by that missile turret as I do continue with a drop in this location, and my opponent's main going to be taking out his Roach Warren as he doesn't have much of anything to defend his hive that's in here. Going to be taking down his hive, and at this moment I smell a victory coming on as this will force him to will force him not to do much of anything yet, as he does not have any more larvae to spawn more units with, as he starts trying to take out my expansion that I built here. But it looks pretty grim for him as Popy starts to rebuild his hatchery here. I scan in this location, see that there is indeed a base in here. I was expecting a base there, but just checking, making sure. This one infestor hanging out with 200 energy, and not doing much of anything right at the moment. Stimming up, going to be coming into my opponent's final mining location, as he does not have much of anything to hold of. As you can see, I do have my bio reinforcements coming, stimming back end, doing the stutter step micro, trying to micro away as I finish off the last of my opponent's army. If we take a look at the army tab, he doesn't have anything left and is forced to call the GG. This post-game summary will be a little bit different than my previous videos, as I do think that there was a lot going on that in this game, and I don't think there wasn't a key moment in this game that was really the turning point. But I will say this much. My opponent did have a base in this location and this location, and as we skip towards the later part of the game, as you can see here, he had a base right here that I took out, and he didn't actually remember, or at least remember to put some drones in there to continue his mining. As actually I will bring up the units counting station. You can see here that I still have over 70 70 SCVs, I mean, while he has only 34 drones. And I do think that if he had taken this location, or even this location, or if he had stopped my mining from here and from here, he would have outright won the game. As you can see in my my money, I didn't have any money left. And I do think that if he took more expansions or denied my mining from this location and this location, that he would have ended up winning the game. Fortunately for me, he didn't do that, and I was basically able to overwhelm him in the game because he didn't have enough bases to mine from, didn't have enough larvae to turn into his army units, and it's because of this that I won. Well everyone, that does it for this game. If you like my commentary and videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also thumbs up and like this video and the part 1 of this video. Also, if you haven't checked out my other videos, please do so, as there are some interesting replays in there. Maybe some of you fellow gold or silver current players might be able to pick up a thing or two from me. I'm not that great, but you know what? You might pick up something from my games that you never saw before and might like to try on your own. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and I hope to see you on another episode on Let's Play with AK.